26th of April is a day that witnessed many historical achievements. On the 26th of April, 1514, Copernicus made his first findings in Saturn. On the 26th of April, 1564, the famous William Shakespeare was baptized. On the 26th of April, 1607, the first English settlers settled in American lands at Cape Henry, Virginia. Now, what do you think these three events have to do with each other? And what do you think these three events have to do with me? Well, since I was born on the 26th of April, I have this inner force within me that causes me to believe that I got my scientific intellect from Copernicus, my wits of great poets from Shakespeare, and my adventurous spirit from the settlers. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, masters of ceremony, and distinguished guests, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Daij, Khalifa, and the word Daij is an Arabic literary term which means the beauty of the darkness of the eye. I am currently enrolled in Ibn Khaldun National School. My personality and character always pushes me to work my hardest and do my best. I come from a family where I have 4 siblings, 1 younger brother and 3 younger sisters. And I spend as much time as I can with my family since I consider this time very valuable. One of my biggest interests in life is traveling, and I'm very fortunate at such a young age to have visited such amazing places. Since I've already flew over the glaciers in Alaska, trekked across the famous Wadi Rum all the way to the ancient city of Petra, and visited the Colosseum in Rome, where the gladiators fought to death. Alongside the adventurous side of me, I'm a very sporty person. I've been on the national shooting team for the past 2 years of my life. I've been horse riding and falcon hunting ever since I was a kid, and I've been competing in a couple of triathlons along the years. Now, I live a seasonal life like a bear. However, I'm not sleeping in the winter. I'm either living the Bedouin life in the desert or up in the European Alps skiing, and that's where my growl gets the loudest. On the other hand, in the summer, I'm always in or around the sea, since I consider that my passion. Ever since I was a child, my father always wanted to teach me valuable lessons. And till this day, I remember one lesson that he taught me. So when I was 9 years old, my father wanted me to visit a poor family and live with them for a day in power. Being the 9-year-old child I was, I didn't want to do that. Being my father's son, I had to do that. So that very Friday morning, he dropped me off at this house. I had to stay with them from before breakfast all the way after dinner. Now, being the 9-year-old sheltered child I was, visiting them for one day, I was shocked about how they lived, how they ate, how they slept all in one room. That very night, when I was on my way back home, sitting in the back seat of the car, I put my right hand under my chin, looked out the window, and thought to myself, how cruel the world really is. How inconsiderate the world really is. That same night, I walked straight up to my room, sat on the back corner of my bed, looked at the plain white wall, and thought to myself, why me? Why did God choose me over that kid starving to death? Why did God choose me over that kid without an education? Why did God choose me over that kid in the zoo begging for 200 fils? That same night, when I was 9 years old, I learned to be grateful. I learned to give. I learned that I was a lucky person. Are we all not lucky people? Now, this lesson I learned is summarized in Mahatma Gandhi's famous quote, to find yourself, you must lose yourself in the service of others. And that's exactly what I do today, since I'm a voluntary member with the Indian Community Relief Fund, where we set up monthly medical camps for migrant workers. Now, all the voluntary members work very hard in doing this, since we want to help the needy side of the community. We always work our hardest, do our best in helping them, since this is the only thing we can actually do. Now, with all these aspects of my life, I recently came to realize one thing, which is, to have a successful future, you must have the past built on confidence and the proper communication skills. Now, I really hope to achieve this need of mine by joining Toastmasters. With fellow Toastmasters, I know for a fact that I'll achieve this dream of mine by joining BEST. Thank you very much, Matt.